What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of La Liga Career Mode. This is episode number 26. So we're starting today's episode off on the back of back-to-back victories over Atletico Madrid and Elche as well, where the Wonder Kid in recent games has been absolutely unbelievable. He's broken Lionel Messi's assist record. He's now got 14 goals in the season, and with 6 games to go, the question is now, can our young Granada team, with the veterans Rashina and Reina in our starting matchday squads every game, can we get over the hurdle? Now we've cut the gap to Real Sociedad to 4 points and qualify for the Champions League. Well, first game of 4 in today's episode with 6 remaining in La Liga. Getafe at home. And this was a massive game here. Getafe taking us on. They've climbed up in the table pretty well recently and have now got an outside shot of finishing in the top 7. So taking them on here at home, I mean, on the back of no losses since December in La Liga. We did, of course, lose to Villarreal as well. Heading into the game, I was a little bit nervous. Getafe gathering steam, gathering pace, doing their best to keep their outside European dreams alive as we try and keep our outside Champions League dreams alive. Well, had a couple of decent chances in the first half, both teams really, but it was Getafe who took the lead. Sanchez getting around the defence, smacking one past Maximiano, and we trailed. And in stoppage time, down by a goal, one final chance. And whilst recently we've been scoring late goal after late goal after late goal to find us points at crucial moments, well, I guess it's safe to say our luck ran out in this one. Yep, final stage, I was thinking, here we go again, kings of the late goals, and this time, instead of getting a late equaliser, we see Jan Bryce attack, he goes up for a header and gets injured. That's not what I wanted, and there it is on the back of no losses in, I think, 15 La Liga games. Hadn't tasted defeat since back in December in the league. Yes, of course, we lost to Villarreal in the Cup in January. It's finally over. Our unbeaten run is ended by Getafe. And to be fair, during this run as well, it's not like we won every single game. We drew almost half of them, to be fair, as thankfully Ateke's injury was just a bruise. But Getafe get the win, and you see what it means now. A chance to cut the gap on Sociedad to 2 had we won, sees them now extend it to 5. Yeah, absolutely gutted, and I'll absolutely bottled it. And to be fair, Getafe have been in amazing form recently. If you keep an eye on the table, you will see they've climbed up into the top 10, and they've now got that outside shot of finishing in the top 7 and qualifying for Europe for next season. So it's not too surprising a team in great form, whereas ours been quite inconsistent lately with loads of draws in the recent run. It's not that much of a surprise, but it's a big slip up there. We could have cut the gap on Sociedad to 2. Now it gets extended to 5 with 5 games to go. So following game, and this was absolutely huge. Levante, 8th place right now, and they still have a chance of catching us and dumping us out of the top 7. We've had our sights on the top 4 recently. We can't forget about Levante and Getafe in 8th and 9th. We've got to make sure we keep them at bay, and if nothing else, get Europa Conference or Europa League football next season. So heading into the game away from home, what a start. How big has this guy been this season and in recent weeks? Our 3rd highest scorer of the season, Luis Milla, the driving force, the heartbeat, opens to scoring 10th of the year, and we take the lead away against Levante and Valencia. So we're up by a goal, and in 17 minutes in, what a save by Luis Maximiano. I mentioned him in the last episode, man. He's been so much better since Pepe Reina came in as our new backup goalkeeper. Big stop on the 1-1, keeps us still leading by a goal, but from the following corner, bad news. I put him in a starting 11 for our match today after our defeat to Getafe. Catania, he was our best defender last year, hasn't grown a rating this season though, probably now stuck on 77 overall. Well, it's probably going to go down now. Catania does go down, hits the deck after colliding with his man and forced off on the stretcher. Still in front by a goal, but now we've lost one of our better and more reliable defenders to injury. So 31 minutes in, still up by a goal. We've lost Catania. I was thinking, right, don't fold, don't collapse, see if you can find a second goal. And how about this? This has become so common for me, and I can't really explain it. 13 minutes to go before the break, and I can't really explain this, but when I bring a player back from injury, he always seems to do really well in his comeback game. Darwin, first game back since the ACL at the start of the season. What does our South American winger do? Heads in a VR cross and makes it 2-0. I can't explain it, but he just... there's something about bringing players back on their comeback game, no matter how serious the injury and how long they've been out for. They just seem to deliver the goods. Darwin does just that. First game back in 7 months, and heads in our second goal to give us a 2-goal cushion. And Luis Milla bagged his brace in the second half to make it 3, and at that point I knew it was over. I thought Levante would get themselves a goal back in a consolation when they should have had it there. Kolo Muani, how good is he in this year's FIFA, by the way? Randall, the French striker, denied by Maximiano, still 3-0. And Levante, to be fair, in this game had tons and tons and tons of chances. My defence was pretty poor, to be honest. I knew to get a goal at some point and to do so as well. 8.5 minutes to go. Gomez makes it 3-1. We lose the clean sheet, but I knew we'd win the game. Levante had a whole host of chances. They finally converted one, but as Jojo would say, little too late, boys. 3-1 the final score. Did Jojo say little too late, boys? I mean, I don't know, but 3-1 the final score. And can I just say, get in, and screw you, career mode. Yes, get in. The first time in God knows how long, as Coutinho's injury was concussion. He's going to be done for 4 weeks as well. That might be the end of his season there for Alejandro in our back line. But did you see the XG for Levante? 5 hours 1, I think. Yeah, can I just say, how often is it the other way around? Yeah, about time we get it in our favour. Unfortunately, the win was good because it means we now go 11 points clear of Getafe in 8th with 4 games to go. It does seem now as though we're surely going to, at the very, very lowest, finish in 7th place. And of course, that will guarantee Europa Conference League. So, European football is all but confirmed now for Granada. But we remain 5 points behind Sociedad in 4th place. So, I mean, it's still a possibility, and whilst it is still a possibility, I'll continue to fight for it. By the way, how good does that kid look there? Vera, 91, 94 potential left wing back. I've been waiting for him to turn 16 for ages. Finally, he has, and I think I'll wait until next season before promoting him, as sometimes when you promote a player at the end of the season, their potential drops. But you see our final 4 fixtures: Almeria away, Real Madrid at home, Celta Vigo away, and Sevilla at home is our final game as well. Now, I fancy us to beat Almeria and Celta Vigo. Sevilla and Real Madrid, not too sure. Got a draw at the Bernabeu. Did win in Seville, but not too sure in our final 4 games, especially knowing that our unbeaten run has now gone to Getafe as well. There is still a chance to catch Sociedad, but destiny is firmly out of our own hands now. Sociedad winning 3 of their 4 games, which they're more than capable of doing. That'll mean we can't finish in top 4. Champions League, still a possibility, but the question is, are we going to get Champions League, or will we be the champions of choking? Well, heading into the 3rd game of today's episode and the first one of our final 4 in May, Almeria away. Saw this as the easiest fixture, newly promoted this season. Good debut year back in La Liga, to be fair, finishing mid-table this year, and they're guaranteed to stay up too. We had the first chance of the game. First, Suarez hit the post. Then he had a goal chalked off for offside, and rightfully so as well, and it was still 0-0. We've made a bright start. There's a lot more riding on this game for us than Almeria. They're guaranteed a mid-table finish now. Can't go down, can't get European football, but right before the break, they would take the lead. Yeah, basically on the stroke of the 45th minute, Almeria got themselves in front as Diego Souza leaps over the corner flag. 1-0 Almeria, and sometimes it's these games which you just think heading into it, well, they've got nothing to play for. There's a lot more pressure on us, and that in the end is what sometimes it might well come down to. The opponents can play without fear, they can play without care. They've got nothing to care about, man. They're guaranteed mid-table. Win, lose, draw, doesn't matter. But for us, all the expectation, all the pressure, 4 games to go. This one probably the easiest. That adds more pressure knowing that the expectation is you'll win comfortably. Well, we were 2-0 down right after the restart, and we'd had an abysmal start to the second half period after we had an abysmal end to the first half period. And 12 minutes after the restart, desperately trying to get back in the game. It seemed as though it would just be one of those games. Suarez hits the post for the 2nd time in the game. He could have had a hat-trick, and it would work twice, and had a goal disallowed as well. And I just knew at that point, once I saw the ball ricochet off the post, I just knew it's not going to be my day. It's not going to be my day. This won't go my way. I will lose. And that was going to be the case. 20 minutes to go. Almeria get their 3rd. 3-0. Good night, Granada. Game over. 2nd loss in 3 games. And our first away day defeat of the calendar year. Yep, 3-0 loss away against UD Almeria. Let's just say they got their revenge after we signed so many of their players. We signed about 4 Almeria players since this save began, and they said you can keep them because our boys are good enough. And that all but ends it now. 3 games to go. Sociedad have jumped into 3rd now. We're 6 points behind Barcelona. Now we're 8 points clear of Getafe with 3 games to go. There is still an outside shot. We'll drop out of the top 7 altogether, but Getafe need to win all 3 of their final games. We need to lose all 3 of our final games. The likelihood is that's probably not going to happen. So I still feel confident, if nothing else, we'll get 7th or 6th or 5th still possibly now. But because of the gap now, Sociedad drop into 3rd, Barca drop into 4th, I can't see us making the ground up with 3 games to go, especially because our following game was surely going to be a loss and back-to-back defeats for the first time in the calendar year. Why? Well, we're taking on Carlo Ancelotti's Real Madrid, who we might have got a point against at the Bernabeu back at the start of the season, but these guys right now are going for the championship, and with 3 games to go, do you think they're going to choke like we would, or be champions? Well, you know, Carlo Ancelotti's a serial winner. He knows how to win. He doesn't let his boys choke. So, heading into the game, it was Wednesday night. It was sandwiched in between that Almeria loss and then Celta Vigo away, and I thought to myself, Celta Vigo away or Real Madrid at home? Like, what have I got more chance of winning? Yeah, probably the Celta Vigo game, if I'm being honest. So, because of that, I rotated the majority of my team. There were some starters out there. I think Sugawara started, Rashina started, Suarez started, Maximiano started. But for the most part, it was a much changed lineup for the game. So it was Wednesday night. I had fatigued players out there on the back of the 3-0 loss to Almeria. I just thought I might as well just throw the backup side out there, see what we can do, possibly scrap a point. If not, I'm not really too disappointed. Well, we were 2-0 down in the first half. Whilst we would get back in the game 4 minutes after the restart, Randy Nteka, what a debut season he's had coming in as our replacement for the retired Carlos Bacca, makes it 2-1. The fact of the matter is, as I always say, I present the highlights package very fairly. At the end of the day, I halved the deficit, but there was never any danger of Real Madrid losing this game. They've been the far better team. They should have extended their lead back to 2. Great save by Maximiano, kept us still leading by 1, and with 17 minutes to go, what a strike this is by the old dog, Karim Benzema, given a Ballon d'Or, top scorer of La Liga last season in the game, and it's 3-1 Real Madrid. Game over, good night Granada, and our Champions League dreams had all but ended here. Stoppage time, a chance for Real to wrap up the row. Eden Hazard down the left-hand side, rolls it across, and Mobley flicks it through, and there is the hat-trick and the match ball to go along with the 3 points delivered by Rodrigo, the young Brazilian. Granada 1, Real Madrid 4. Game over, good night. And that all but ends it now. We had an outside shot of qualifying for the Champions League, but 3 defeats in 4 has all but ended it now. I said, would we be qualifying for the Champions League, or would we be the champions of choking? Well, there's your answer. 3 defeats in 4, 3 points picked up from 12. Absolutely battered by Real Madrid, and it means now 2 games to go. Celta Vigo away and Sevilla at home, our final 2 fixtures. You know, like, we've guaranteed European football now. 7th is the lowest we can finish, but the question is it going to be Europa League or Europa Conference League? Real Madrid, that win there surely gives them the title. We're 3 points behind Betis in 5th. We're 4 clear of Athletic Bilbao in 7th place. The question is it going to be 5th, 6th or 7th? Is it going to be Europa League or Europa Conference League? We'll find out in the very next episode, the season finale. But that will end today's episode of La Liga Career, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you haven't, just drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the season finale, the final episode of Season 2, very soon.